Okay, hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the farm. So today we are doing some lime spreading. The co-op did deliver that load of lime, and we loaded up the lime spreader, and we literally only did like a little bit. So we're definitely going to end up using probably not even a fraction of the pile. They delivered a truckload worth, and that's all I needed. So we'll probably end up putting that in a shed somewhere. And yeah. Also, I made some phone calls, and I've been doing a little bit of things since the last video. I went over to John's place and helped him out with a bit of tillage, hopped in the versatile, so that was pretty interesting. I also went down to the co-op, or not the co-op, to the bin manufacturer. I decided we're going to go with some GSI grain bins, and surprisingly, they're going to come tomorrow, and they're going to have like several trucks coming in. I think I should do another headland here, because that was a little bit, like right there I could drive kind of in there, but anyways, we're going to be going to some GSI bins with the grain dryer set up. And to my surprise, they told me that they can deliver it all tomorrow, and then they'll have it put up by the next day. So they're going to have some of it put up by tomorrow, and then all of it will be done the next day. So it's like 2-day service. They already have the bins on hand, so that makes things a lot easier. I was concerned, like, with planting season starting and everything like that. We might have some issues with that. But nope, not going to have any issues. Also, up ahead there in those trees, don't mind that it's kind of like a foggy day, don't mind that. Up in the trees, back along that area, I'll just pull up my iPad here and I'll show you. So, between field 8 and field 17, there's a big bunch of trees here, and I'm thinking I might have a forestry service come in and chop out all these trees along here, and then make this all one field, just to make things a bit easier. So that's the plan. Also, I'm not sure, we might make another pass. I don't know, we're going to have to reload soon at some point, which having the front loader on the 6R certainly helps. Also, I've been doing some thinking, and for how much I use this tractor and for what I use this tractor for, you know, it's going to be a lot of, it's going to be used on like some lighter tillage, and some hay work. So I figure I don't need the second fuel tank on the front, so I might put that, take that off and sell it, just because I know some guys are looking for them. So there's a good chance I'm going to probably end up selling the front tank on this tractor, just because I'm not too big a fan of how it looks. I mean, there's the practicality side of things and having like 2 times the amount of fuel capacity, but really for how much I use this tractor, I really don't need it. It's just kind of a big eyesore on the front. When I had the 4755 2-wheel drive model, it didn't have the front tank on it or nothing. It was just you know, pretty base model, although it did have the power shift. This one's got a quad power, the 4x4. But the other one had a power shift. be honest, I kind of like the power shift better. It was a little bit less to try and juggle, but it is what it is. We're also going to need, once we get that lime out of the fields, we're also going to need to get out here with some tillage. I'm not going to go too crazy on the tillage, just some light tillage for the, just to kind of put that lime into the ground. This was tilled last fall, and just kind of has been sitting dormant throughout the winter. I could have put a cover crop on it, but you know, I really didn't feel like it, and we're almost out of lime here, so we're going to have to go down to the other end of the field and pick up some more. The next field over doesn't need lime, so we're good on that. Alright, we gotta figure out a good place to put this thing here. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna spin it around 180 degrees so it's facing the opposite direction. I'm thinking slightly more to the left. I almost said right, that's to the left. Alright, I think that's good. Only the 4755 line, it's not that big of a deal. We're going to hop in the 6R. I still got to move that mount up. That's another thing, I was also thinking about possibly, since I was going to use this on a seeder, I'm going to get another one of those John Deere seeders. I know I already have one, but I want to get another one. I'm going to probably end up putting this... Oh, what did I do here? Hitting buttons. Anyways, I'm probably going to end up putting the duals on this tractor for the purpose of seeding. I might also get a weight set for it. Man, driving the 6R is like night and day to that 47. I mean, the 47's awesome, but you gotta love that IVT transmission. Alright, oh, we gotta go up some more. You gotta be careful with this spreader because it's not my spreader, it's owned by the co-op. Uh-oh. Great, we just dumped some stuff on it. Thought we were empty. Technical difficulties. That's all I can say about it. Alright. Oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, that's the co-op's spreader. So, kinda gotta watch what we're doing with that. Geez, let's make... Nope. I had this down to a science the other day. Now, not so much. You guys are probably laughing. Don't destroy me in the comments. It's been a hot minute since I've loaded up lime in a lime wagon. I used to do it when I was in Marksville the first time around, but when I was in Missouri, I didn't bother. I just had the co-op come in and do that. Now, our co-op here, it offers your spraying needs, but it doesn't really offer your spreading needs. It kind of just takes care of things with, like, you know, rentals of, like, your spreader, which this is what this is. It's a rented spreader. Alright, lift that up. But yeah, getting back into some things, I'm also considering possibly taking out the calf barn. just because with the calf barn being where it is and stuff like that, I don't really feel like doing cows that much. Like, I want to do like some definitely going to do some haying work to sell, just for, you know, farmers around here, because there's a lot of dairy farms around here that, you know, have needs for hay and stuff like that. And since I own quite a bit of hay ground, I figured I might as well go ahead and do that. I gotta think we've got to be getting pretty close to being full. I'll have to see here in a minute. Alright. Well, that's dumping out. Let's check the meter here. So we're about 78% full, so we're almost full. Oh, we're gonna get down. There we go. Go, we're gonna lift that up and dump it in. I mean, we gotta be getting close here. Hold on. Oh, 89%. We're getting there. Another thing, the previous person that I bought the 175R back from, because I was the original owner of this tractor. Then I sold it to Colleen down in Missouri because I didn't really have a need for it. Anyways, they sold it to another farmer. Well, when another farmer wanted a 6230, like a brand new 2021 model, because this is a 2016. Alright, that's pretty well full. Let's just shut it down. Anyways, they kept the weights, they moved the front loader down, and for some reason, they put a Stoll bucket on there. Now, I had the John Deere bucket on there previously, and that was doing pretty good. Like, that did the job really well. But for some reason, they put the Stoll bucket on there, and I have no idea why. But I don't know, it makes no sense to me, but to others it might make some sense. One thing I gotta say, for hauling this line wagon, the front wheel assist does help quite a bit. Now this 4755 is almost a match made in heaven for this spreader. So that's good. It's always nice to have a good matching set of equipment and stuff like that. It's really nice to have that. So it should take, well, then again, little spots like that I'm not too worried about. Like, I am slightly worried about it, but it's not the end of the world if they don't get done. But yeah, I'm thinking about throwing the duals on that 62 or 6175R, just to kind of make things a little bit easier. Also, it adds a little bit of weight. I mean, I do plan to buy some wheel weights, but it's not really the top priority at the moment. But I know if I put the duals on, it might get us a little bit of extra weight on that back end, which will help slightly. Oh man, we're gonna have a little strip like that. I hate that because you end up wasting so much line doing that. Because unlike being in a sprayer where you have section control, a spreader doesn't necessarily have that. A spreader, you're just kind of committed. Oh well, it is what it is. I have to whip the wheel around pretty good there. Alright, we'll shut it off for now, just so we can get a little bit further ahead here. And we'll throw it back on, and away we roll. So yeah, we're doing pretty good on the spreading here. Throw the GPS on. We're almost done this field. When we are done, we're going to go back up to the farm. We're going to put a little bit on that little sweet corn patch that we have. And then we're also going to go and probably pick up the, we'll probably go and pick up the, oh, what's it called? The new seeder. Although I might have to make a phone call and see if they're actually going to be have it in, because I didn't check. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video. I might have, but I don't remember, so I'm just going to mention it again. There's a good chance that we might be updating our house. You know, it's pretty dated inside and stuff like that. You know, you got all the stuff like from like the 80s, I want to say, is like the decor and stuff. And for me, when I was a bachelor, it didn't bother me none, but it kind of bothers my wife a bit, so you know, it is what it is. Also, I need to probably get my wife a vehicle. My wife has been screaming at me to do it, and I haven't been doing it because I've been too busy with like field prep and stuff like that. And so she had like a second gen Dodge back when she was younger, but she ended up selling that off because she needed money or something. I don't know the whole story. I don't really ask about it. Anyways, now she wants another vehicle, which is fine. I'll happily pay to buy her a vehicle. Like, that doesn't bother me one bit. It's just taking the time to do it, but I probably should. I was also thinking about getting a farm truck, but then again, I got the 2019 Ram. Now, back when we were in Missouri, we did have the 2006, but that truck was becoming more of a pavement princess. I kind of let Joel have a free hand at that thing, which was probably, in hindsight 2020, probably wasn't a good thing, but you know, it was kind of his dream truck, so I kind of let him do what he wanted with it, just because I know my first employer was actually a dairy farmer in this area, about 20 miles to the east of here, and he ended up having the same kind of thing, and he had a 4th gen, which I love 4th gens. You know, I bought a 5th gen, but I love 4th gens. And he kind of let me do the same thing, so. But with Joel, how we ended up with that truck is with Joel, he worked for me for 2 summers. He was proving himself as a hard worker, and he was looking for a pickup. And I figured, instead of just having him go out and spend a whole bunch of money on a pickup that he had no idea about, I decided to let him have the 2006. So, yes, I did give away a $30,000 truck. Do I regret it? Not one bit, because I know at the end of the day, he's going to appreciate that truck. And that's why I gave it to him. But anyways, we're gonna head up to that sweet corn patch and hit the sweet corn. It's literally gonna probably be like 1 or 2 passes at the most with this thing as I drive into a tree. We're also going to be going down to the co-op soon and getting some seed. That's probably, tomorrow is going to be a no-go because the bins are coming in. Not sure about the day after. Maybe the day after I'll probably go and pick up the, I'll go and pick up the seed. And by then it should be warm enough to plant. It's not quite warm enough yet. It's just barely not quite warm enough too. Also, we're going to pick up a little subsoiler for the back of this thing. And just like a few different miscellaneous things. Now I know this is kind of illegal, but there's no cars coming, so we're fine. One more pass, and I think this little sweet corn patch will be done too. If we have a little bit left on the edge that needs to be done, I'm not going to worry about it. It's not the end of the world. It's only sweet corn too, so. Alright. Well guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed that little chat I had with you guys. But be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And hey, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks guys. One more thing I wanted to mention. February 20th marked the first year, so 1 year after the very first Josh Simon Farms episode. And the very first frame was this truck. So I just want to say thank you to you guys for watching. The first series on Marksville is on my Instagram, will be linked in the description. Granted, the video quality, specifically like my mic audio, wasn't the best at that time. But it was something, and in some ways I think it was better than my Medicine Creek roleplay. And but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. One more thing I wanted to mention, this is I do have North Sim shaders now. The last video didn't have any shaders, so you know, it is what it is. If you see a little bit of frame rate drops here and there, I do apologize. I try and keep it the best I can, but try not to turn my graphics down too much. I'm already on medium when I used to be able to run it on ultra. So just please forgive that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.